Good morning, YouTubers, family, and friends. This is Edward at the Golden Palace Swimming Pool and Tower. And there's my beautiful queen. And it's our Munsery today. So, good things in life you have to enjoy once in a while. And being married to any woman in this earth, especially Filipina, very challenging. But the love is always there, and you're committed for life. That's why the Philippines is so wonderful. There's no divorce, so there's no way out. You have your problems, just like anyone on this earth is going to have a problems from time to time, and challenges, and Satan trying to destroy your marriage. All that's going to happen to you in any kind of relationship, and in a marriage, and especially a marriage in the Philippines. If you marry in the Philippines, no divorce, there's no way out of it. You work together, you go through the trenches together, you tough it out when times are bad, and then you enjoy when times are good. Because your life is going to be up and down. I don't care if you're single or married, you're from day to day, and even from season to season, from year to year, whatever you want to call it, you're going to get these ups and downs all the time, no matter the circumstances, how much Satan and evil is attacking you at that time, and then the times that you're receiving the blessing of God to, make your marriage success in God's eyes. And then if you also have children, there's just another caveat of problems, challenges. Like our son Leonardo, he's a little over 3 years old now, and he's had a respiratory the last few days, and he's on amoxicillin now, but he's starting to recover okay. And you're, as a parent, you're just, even though you trust in Christ, no matter what the outcome with your children, you still always have a worry, and you have a sadness of the pain that they're going through when they're sick or injured, right? So anyways, this is a wonderful day. Yesterday we had a group of swimmers come in, so yesterday was very busy for us. So always when we have a group of swimmers come in, but it's that's why we chose to have a big, nice swimming pool, so everyone in the community can enjoy a wonderful, refreshing swim from time to time. And anyone wondering about why I have the lion in the center of the pool, that's the Lion of Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ was born a Jew in the Bible, in the tribe of Judah, and the symbol for the tribe of Judah is the lion. So that's where that comes from. That's a testimony and a testament to Christ as being the number one thing from the beginning of when God sent him to this earth on September 8th, probably around the year 3 BC or something like that. It's around near zero, from AD after death to BC before Christ. Somewhere in that area, in the early years, single digit years, is where Christ was born. And as believers, Christian believers, we have to research really to understand history, biblical history, and all the prophecies that God has given us in the Bible, and try to do our best to understand and live by those principles, prophecies, and like commandments. So I hope you all are doing good out there today. Just drinking my tea this morning on another lovely morning. And I have another announcement. I'm going through a personal journey that I've been wondering about for many years now, about health, and over the years I've become wiser and wiser as to these big, huge establishments in the relationship of fascism between government and corporations, and how you just follow the money trail, and that you can go follow the money right to deceit and lies to the people for their own benefit and power, right? And so the next part of that journey, that was the financial and the moral decay that's going on, especially in the U.S. where I'm from. I was born in 1963, the year that the coup happened, where the deep state assassinated John F. Kennedy, one of the best presidents that we've ever had, because he realized and recognized this deep state evil element of secret society within the bowels of the government and big corporations, especially the military industrial complex. That president before that, Dwight D. Eisenhower, the supreme commander from World War II, when he left office after his second term, he warned all the people about, you can look up his farewell address, he warned all the people about this military industrial complex and how it's gained great power within the U.S. and how it's a big danger for the future of the United States. And shortly thereafter, within a few years, that's when Kennedy was assassinated, our president of the United States. So there hasn't been any assassinations since that time. There's been assassination attempts, and the other one that comes in everyone's mind is the attempt on Ronald Reagan's life. He was shot and recovered, right? He had 2 terms as president also. And when he was shot and almost killed was at the beginning, his first 4 years as president, because he was starting to do some of the same things John F. Kennedy recognized and realized, this evil entity that was controlling the government from within. And Ronald Reagan was taking steps to get rid of these evil ones. And then, so what did they do? The evil ones made an assassination attempt on his life and told him, once they got him, this is stories I've heard. Of course, I wasn't there when it happened, but this is the accounts, the stories that I've heard. This is just my opinion of what I've learned with my research over the years, is that they told him, you either change to our way of thinking or you're going to die on this operating table right now. So they gave Reagan a choice to either live and change or die with what he was trying to do to change and get rid of the deep state. So anyways, that's a background of all my research, trying to learn the truth about what happened. And then my next part of my journey has been personal health. Most of my life I was in good health, but always had gained weight. 260 pounds was the highest I ever gotten in my life. Today is day 33 of my carnivore diet journey, and it's been wonderful so far. Today I'm 199 pounds. I haven't been under 200 pounds since I was in college, because I was oblivious to the deceit, the lies, and what's going on in all the grocery stores in the United States, all the high fructose sugar and sugar content and high fiber and high carb food. It's really not even food, it's fake food. That's probably 80% of what's in the stores these days. And look at all your drink section. How many drinks are available to people that are just terrible for you, so full of sugar and artificial sweeteners and preservatives and you name it. All this plant-based processed foods is killing. I mean, look at the obesity and the type 2 diabetes just rampant in the United States and a lot of countries throughout the world. And it's all because of this high plant-based processed foods and sugar addiction. And it is that. It's an addiction so terrible, it's worse than cocaine or heroin. people are in complete denial that this is affecting them. And since I tell you this, as far as my personal journey on this carnivore, all I eat is meat, fish, eggs. Basically, that's it. There's a couple little condiments I'll have is a pickle juice, and mustard. And I drink green tea every morning. And it doesn't matter what kind of meat it is. It could be high quality beef, but I'm in the Philippines here, so it's hard to get that. I found a supplier I can get good beef, but I eat chicken. When a local farmer here is butchering a cow, I'll buy the heart and I'll buy the liver. All the cows here aren't your high quality, Holsteins and Angus cows. In the Philippines are all like Jersey cows. So they're nothing like the quality. There are some herds in some parts of Mindanao, hundreds of kilometers away from me, that I'm gonna get a source and probably someday maybe even buy a couple of those cows so I can breed my own. But that's kind of the way it's going right now with my health. I mean, my teeth, my entire life, I've had pretty good teeth, but my entire life my gums has bled every time I even ate something, let alone try to floss or pick my teeth with a toothpick or anything, right? Bleed like crazy. Now, since after a couple weeks of being on this carnivore diet, nothing. My gums don't bleed anymore. In my entire life I had that condition. And just my whole well-being is getting better. My skin's getting better. I don't have to worry about what I'm going to eat because it's such a simple list that you can fit on one hand that you eat every day. And the cravings, they're phantom cravings, but it's really not tough because I eat 2 meals a day, one about 10 a.m. and one about 3 or 4 p.m. And I eat until I'm full. And between, all I have is water. That's it. I have my tea in the morning, then all I'll have is water, and I'll have a electrolytes additive I put in the water. And make sure you get enough butter and salt on all your meat that you eat. And I tried sour cream. I love that. I use sour cream to mix with Pacific wild salmon that's canned and make it into like a tuna fish, like you'd usually use mayonnaise, but I use sour cream and it's delicious. And so sour cream is from the cow. It's a fat-based animal product. So this is the deal. Anything plant-based is not designed for you to digest or live long-term on. Yes, there's some, like on a keto diet, that's not as strict as a carnivore. There's some things like avocado, more cheeses, which cheese is allowed on a carnivore too if you can handle it. But some people can't handle dairy. Some can, right? It's every person is different depending on your health situation too. If you're type 2 diabetic and 400 pounds, you probably need to go a strict lion diet. That's even more of a strict carnivore, which is only red meat, butter, salt, and water, and eggs. And maybe bacon. Bacon is good too. Bacon is a big part of our diet. I'm trying to slowly roll over our children onto the carnivore diet too, and it's a slow process. My autistic son, I really have a high hope that, because especially if you do any research or know anything about autism, they have gut issues, right? And so I'm really getting excited about what benefits and stuff I can do with my autistic son, where I never had a hope before of his diet and maybe changing some of the condition that he's in. So we'll see of that. But anyways, I just want you guys to know a 33-day on the carnivore diet, going strong, doing good. I've been starting to walk 2 miles a day, or like usually every other day. I'll give myself a rest at the beginning. And I know 2 miles isn't very much, but it's been probably 10 years since I did any, long distance walking or running. There was a time in my life, and I think every male goes through this, maybe some females too, that they'll get a bad place in their life, and they'll do tons of exercise to get back in shape, and then they'll find another partner, and then they'll go back into their old ways of terrible eating again. And I used to be able to run 5 miles in about 40 minutes. Maybe it was 4 miles. But I started slow, started just walking. Then I started walking fast. Then I started a slow jog. Every 2 weeks I would up the game. Every 2 weeks, 3 weeks, I'd up the game. And then a fast jog, and then a slow run, and then an all-out sprint. And I could all-out sprint as fast as I could for 4 to 5 miles when I was through with my exercise training. But I don't think I'll ever get to that ever again, because that was in my 30s. But as being 60 years old now, I know I'll be able to get up to a longer distance of walking and maybe some light jogging, because I don't want to put too much pressure on my knees and my joints. Although I don't have aches and pains even right now like I used to have. All my joints and muscles are feeling better. My muscles are starting to build up higher now from this diet, because it's all protein and fat. So even small exercise, walking, or just staying regularly active and doing whatever you have, chores around your house or place, your muscles are going to start becoming bigger just from the small activities. No insane, intense training, but that's always available to you also if you think that's where you want to go with it. So it's just wonderful and calming, and I have a sense of peace in my mind. That's another thing. I'm thinking clear. The recall is way faster. This diet is supposed to help in all the cognitive ailments that are out there, and it's a wonderful experience so far. And hopefully it'll keep going well. Where my optimal weight for my height, I'm 6'3" and a half. And my optimal weight's between 180 and 200. So I'm already into my optimal weight, being at 199 right now. So I'm already loving it. And like you say, you eat until you're satiated, which is full. And you know what? I thought, oh my God, how can I do this? There's no way, And I was, at first, there's so many doubts in your mind. But you know what? After you get into it a couple weeks, it's like, it's no problem. Then when you think you're going to be so hungry and eat at your designated time to eat big steak, like a big porterhouse, I can only eat like 3/4 of the steak. Then I have to save the rest of it for the next day. Really, I'm serious. And I haven't eaten in hours and hours. This is intermittent fasting, right? Because my time for eating my 2 meals is between 9 to 10 a.m. I'll have my breakfast, and then I'll have my last meal of the day between 3 and 4 p.m. So that's like a 6-hour window that I have my 2 meals, and then the rest of the day, all it is water. That's it. So it's amazing what your mind, if you really want it. If you don't want it, you're gonna fail. But if you're serious, if your health problems are so serious that you can't even live with yourself anymore, it's unbelievable. I've never been on a diet my entire life, because I really never had that much of a serious problem. But now, I have a young child, and I want to grow older to be in his life longer. And I have a foot. I was born with club feet, so one of my feet, now for whatever reason, and I'm thinking a lot of it's from diet, Could be from what happened 3 years ago. That could be part of it. Even though I didn't take any prescribed mandatory medication that was forced upon everyone, I never did any of that. But still, I still caught it. I still caught the genetically modified virus that was released into the wild. So, that could have be a part of it. That's kind of what my brother's theory is, that could be part of some of the ailments people are going through. But this carnivore diet can only help all that. Get us back to the way God intended us for our diets to be. In all these things on Netflix and YouTube that I've been watching, it's crazy. The deceit is so unbelievable on Netflix, on some of these programs, documentaries. One's about the blue zones of why people live so long in certain areas of the world and stuff like that. It's complete deceit, because in reality, those areas is 90% fish and meat and eggs. I shit you not. And they're saying it's something different than that. They're saying it's some kind of plant-based that they've been eating mostly of. And if you just follow the money, all your plant-based foods, processed foods in the major conglomerate, super billionaires, all these factories and stuff they have making this fake food is all plant-based. So by going to that type of a diet, you're losing your money to these rich people and making your health bad. And then what does that do? They also then own the pharmaceutical companies. And then when you're sick and go to the doctors, all the doctors are bought and paid for, and all the scientists are bought and paid for by these billion trillionaires and all their corporations in bed with all the governments, with the WHO and all that. And then what? Then they prescribe you all kinds of pharmaceutical drugs. And then you become even more sick and dependent on their drugs. So get a clue, people. It's all so clear for you to see. You just have to open your mind up to the truth of the money trail. So I really love you guys, and I hope you do your own research and find out the truth for yourself, because carnivore, what is it? There's no one benefiting for if you go on a carnivore diet except your own health and your family's health, in your mind and in your physical body. And all you got to do is just buy the meat and the eggs. That's it. No drugs, no dependency on drugs, no side effects, nothing. And the money is going to where? To ranchers that raise cows. And you can do that yourself if you have a little piece of land. Chickens, turkeys, pigs, cows. I would say cows and red meat's the best of the meat groups, and maybe some high omega-3 fish like tuna, yellowfin tuna. Just, do your research. And I really love you guys, and I'm so happy that I finally found, it's almost like a total eureka moment in time for my life, and I pray that I can get my whole family on this and we can really be satisfied with it. But we'll see. Only time tells. Time can tell, right? So love you guys. Take care, and God bless. Bye-bye.